Hello everyone, welcome to Prince on Air, and today we are going to start another video that is related to the topic mole concept. Okay, that is the another topic of class 11 chapter number 1, some basic concepts of chemistry. Here we will discuss about the mole concept, and this is the most important topic of this chapter. Okay, so listen carefully, and this one is most important topic that will be useful for your further lectures, further chapters, and further classes also. Okay, so let's start. So today's objectives, okay, that is mole concept and molar masses. Clear? Next one is, see, what is mole? Now, what is mole here? Actually, mole is just a number, or it is a quantity, and here it is also an amount of substance. Okay, amount of substance. Is it clear now? Means it is that much quantity, it is that much amount of substance that contains as many particles, okay, or entities, as many particles or entities as there are atoms in exactly 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope. All of you know that isotopes are those substances which are having same atomic number but different mass number. Okay, those are having same atomic number but different mass number, they are known as isotopes. Here carbon 12 isotope is taken as a standard one. Okay, firstly, in the previous section in the historical forms, firstly hydrogen was taken, but then it was rejected, then oxygen was taken, then it was also rejected. Nowadays we are using carbon 12 as a standard form, okay, for the definition of mole concept, okay, or 1 mole you can say. Means if you are having 1 mole substance, if you are having 1 mole substance, that means 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope. The mass of that amount will be equal to the 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope. Is it clear? Means if I am having that sample of carbon 12 gram of carbon 12, and that should be equals to 1 mole. And if I am having that substance whose weight, whose mass is also equal to the 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope, okay, okay, any substance, that will also consider to have 1 mole. Okay, in this way you can explain it properly. So see it properly once. 1 mole is equals to 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope, and which is also containing 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles. Okay, 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles. Is it clear now? See here, you can say a body is placed here, and here we have placed the smallest particles, which are you can say it may be fur or anything else, and the number of these particles is 6.0235 into 10 raised power 23. Okay, so that is also known as 1 mole. So what will be the amount of substance of this body? We have to balance this, no? So the amount of substance of this body will be considered as 1 mole, okay, which is also equals to the carbon 12 gram of carbon 12 isotope. In that way you can say. Clear? Afterwards, if we are using that word 1 mole, means like 1 dozen means 12 articles. Okay, 1 dozen means 12 articles. Similarly, then for 1 mole it will be 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles. Is it clear now? It means 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles. That particles, that value, okay, that number is also known as Avogadro's constant. Okay, Avogadro's constant. Clear? Afterwards, 1 mole of hydrogen atoms. If we are using that word 1 mole egg means 6.0232 into 10 raised power 23 eggs. If we are using that word 1 mole pen, it means 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 pens. Like in that way, if you are using 1 mole of hydrogen atoms, okay, hydrogen atoms, not of molecules. So it will be equals to 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 atoms of that hydrogen. Okay, clear? Similarly, if we are using that word 1 mole of water molecules, okay, that water molecules means 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 water molecules. That is the meaning of 1 mole. Like 1 dozen 12 articles, 1 mole 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles. Clear? Like here, 1 mole of sodium chloride. Sodium chloride formula is NaCl. Okay, NaCl. So in that way, if 1 mole sodium chloride is there, means 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 formula units of sodium chloride. If anybody is asking you, what is the number of sodium ions in 1 mole of sodium chloride? Okay, what is the value of 1 mole number of sodium ions in 1 mole of sodium chloride? As you know, 1 mole of sodium chloride will contain 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 units of NaCl. Okay, 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 units of NaCl. NaCl. Clear? But in one NaCl unit, there are only one Na positive ion. Okay, it will contain only one Na positive ion. So it will be also equals to the number of Na positive ions will also be equals to the number of NaCl particles, or you can say NaCl formula units. Is it clear now? So the number of Na positive ions will be equals to Avogadro's number, that will be 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles. Is it clear? Similarly for chloride ions also, okay, Cl negative ions. Okay, that we will discuss, that we will practice in the further sections also. Today we will do so many numericals also, and in your practice section you will got some numericals to solve them. Okay, so now 1 mole of sodium ions, if you are considering that 1 mole of sodium, 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 ions of sodium. If you are considering the 1 mole of electrons, okay, it means 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 electrons. 1 mole of that substance will be equals to the Avogadro's of that substance, Avogadro's number of that substance. Okay, clear? Okay, now we have to discuss about molar mass. It is also considered to be as molecular mass. Okay, it is also considered to be as atomic mass for atom, molecular mass for molecules in grams. It is also known as gram at gram molar mass. I'll tell you that molar mass, if we are using atomic mass in the numerical sections, then molar mass will be equal to the atomic mass, okay, in the gram forms. And if we are using that molecular mass, then molecular mass will also be as a molar mass. And if we are using it in the gram forms, that are also use that word here as gram molar mass. Okay, so in that way we are using that terms. Clear? Afterwards, the mass of 1 mole. Now listen carefully. What is that? The mass of one molecule or 1 mole of a substance in gram is called the molar mass of that substance. What is the meaning of this? See here. If 12 gram of carbon is 12 is taken, means it is having 12 gram. So 12 gram will be considered as molar mass. Okay, clear? Now we have discussed that atomic mass and molecular mass. If I am taking the molecule H2O, the molecular mass of H2O is 18. And if I am taking that 18 as 18 gram of water, that 80 gram of water is considered to be as its molar mass. Is it clear? Is it clear now? Okay. Similarly, one more example we can take here. One more example we can take here. Carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide. Simple molecular forms I am taking now. So 12 plus 32, it will be 44. The molecular mass of carbon dioxide is 44 gram per mole. If I am taking the 4 gram of sample of carbon dioxide, it will have what is that? 44 gram of carbon dioxide. It is also considered to be at its molar mass. Is it clear? So the mass of 1 mole. What is that meaning of 1 mole? 1 mole is just 3 values you have to learn properly. 1 mole is equals to 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles. 1 mole is equals to gram molar mass. Okay, in gram, if we are considering, no, so it is also known as gram molar mass. 1 mole is equals to 22.4 liter at NTP or STP. That are different forms. Clear? So here these 3 values are to be considered. In terms of particles, we are considering is equals to Avogadro's number. 1 mole in terms of mass, gram molar mass. 1 mole in terms of volume, 22.4 liters. So if we are using that one mole value of any substance in terms of mass, the substance in gram is called its molar mass or the gram molecular mass. Okay, that you can understand in the proper way in the further sections with the numerical help. Okay, with whenever you are using that to solve the numerical section, no, that concepts or definitions of these terms will understood to you very clearly. Okay, very clearly. Okay, so see here, molar mass of water is 18. Okay, 18.02 gram per mole. So it will be that we know that atomic molecular mass of water is like this. Like similarly, molar mass of sodium chloride NaCl. Okay, it is in the approximation form and exact form we can calculate here. Sodium has 23 plus chlorine has 35.5. So it will be 58.5. Okay, like in this way. Is it clear now? Yeah. So let's move on the next section. We will discuss how to calculate all that values. Before that, we just memorize some formulas. Okay, how to calculate these values, and this one section is a trick to memorize all the formulas. Clear? How we can find out the formulas, how we can justify to regarding the calculations, I will tell you that. If I am having that value in terms of moles, see, all that types of numericals we can solve with the help of this chart. Firstly, what you have to do here, at center you have to make mole. Okay, here here mass, here number of moles, number of particles, and here volume. Okay. Clear? So whenever you are moving towards mole to mass, just you have to, what we have to do, you are carrying that number of moles and you are moving towards a mass. So just you have to multiply that term, the number of moles, with gram molar mass. Okay. And if you are moving towards the from mass to mole, okay, just you have to divide it by gram molar mass. Similar for this, if you are moving from mole to number of particles, means if you are if you want to calculate number of particles from mole, just you have to multiply it with Avogadro's number. In short, it is also represented as Na. Okay, Avogadro's number is 6.02 into 10 raised power 23. Clear? And if you want to calculate the number of moles from number of particles, what you have to do? You have to divide it by Avogadro's number. Is it clear? Like in this way, you have to solve that all that problems. I will do that problems now here. See, similarly, if you want to calculate the volume of the particles, if you are having that moles of that particles, then you have to multiply this equation, that number of moles, by 22.4. And if you want to calculate the number of moles from the volume, just you have to divide it by 22.4. Okay, like in this way, I'll tell you. Like here, if you are having that values, okay, if you are having that values of number of moles, and if you want to calculate number of mass of that substance, what you have to do, you have to just, in place of C, just you have to do multiply by gram molar mass of substance. Okay, gram molar mass of that substance. Like here, if I'm having one, no, not one, 3 moles of oxygen. If I'm having 3 moles of oxygen, that 3 moles of oxygen I'm having here. Okay, and I want to calculate the mass of oxygen. What I have to do? Number of moles should be multiplied by gram molar mass. Gram molar mass. Okay, so number of moles are 3. Gram molar mass of oxygen is, atomic mass of oxygen is, what is that? 16. Okay, and molecular mass of oxygen will be 32 because it has 2 atoms of oxygen. So it will be 32. So how we can calculate it? Just multiply it. So it will be 96 gram. Okay, means if I am having the 96 gram sample of oxygen, it means it is carrying 3 mole of oxygen. Yeah, like in this way. If I want to calculate the number of moles from the mass of substance, how I can calculate? See, like in this way. If I'm carrying 96 gram of oxygen, if I'm carrying 96 gram of oxygen, how we can calculate it? By here we have multiplied by gram molar mass. Now here I have to divide by gram molar mass. So if I'm having 96 gram of oxygen, and the if I want to calculate the number of moles, okay, the number of moles, it will be given mass. Given mass is 96 gram upon molar mass. Okay, so gram molar mass you can say. So given mass is 96 gram, and molar mass of oxygen molecule is 32. So it will be 32. By cutting it, we will get 3, and 3 mole is the right one. So here same that values have matched. Clear? In that way, we can calculate all the terms. If you want to calculate the number, means mass of that substance from the mole, just we have to multiply by gram molar mass. And if you want to calculate number of moles from given mass, just we have to divide it by gram molar mass. Is it clear? Similarly here, if you want to calculate the number of particles from the number of moles, if you want to calculate the number of particles from the number of moles, just we have to multiply it by Avogadro's number. Okay, like if I want to calculate the total number of particles of 2 moles of 2 moles of sodium. Okay, 2 moles of sodium. So as we know, what we have to do, number of moles will be multiplied by Avogadro's number, then we will get number of particles. So number of moles are 2 into it should be multiplied by Avogadro's number. So it is 6.02 into 10 raised power 23. So we will get 12.04 into 10 raised power 23. I can write it as 1.204 into 10 raised power 24. Anyone you can use, but that will be more exact. Okay, is it clear? Now, one more thing. If you want to calculate the number of moles from number of particles, what we have to do? If you are moving toward this side, just we have to divide by Na. Na means Avogadro's number. So what we have to do here? If I am having 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles or atoms or ions of sodium. Okay, if I want to calculate its number of moles, just divide by Avogadro's number. So number of moles will be 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 by Na. Na is also 6.02 into 10 raised power 23. So we will get one more. Okay, is it clear now? Okay, now so at STP, if you got the number of moles of any gas particles, and if you want to calculate their volume, just you have to multiply it by 22.4 liter. Okay, and if we are having number of if we are having volume of that gas as at STP means standard temperature pressure, and NTP means normal temperature pressure. So if we are moving towards the moles from the volume, just you have to divide it by 22.4 liter. Clear? So like in this way you can calculate. Clear? So let's move on that part. We have to do that calculation like here. So let's start with some problems. Before that, I just want to write some formulas. If you here now, you have to note it down side by side. Okay. So if I'm having number of moles and I want to calculate the mass. So mass of given substance, it will be what we have to do from if I want to calculate the mass, mole will be multiplied by gram molar mass. That arrow showing from mole to mass of substance. So it will be number of moles into gram molar mass. Okay. And if you are moving from mass to mole, means if we want to calculate number of moles, then you have to divide it by gram molar mass. Like here, If you want to calculate the number of moles, the gram molar mass will be like in the denominator form. So mass of substance upon gram molar mass. Okay, clear? Note it down once. By pausing this video, you can note it. Okay, done. So next one is, if we are moving from mole to number of particles, you have to just multiply it by Avogadro's number. Okay, like to calculate the number of particles, what we have to do, number of moles multiply it by 6.02 into 10 raised power 23. And if you want to calculate number of moles from number of particles, what we have to do, number of moles will be equals to number of particles upon Avogadro's number. Like here, we have to divide it by Avogadro's number from number of particles to number of moles. Okay. Similarly, for volume, if you want to calculate the volume of gas, then we can calculate it by, from, if you are moving from mole to volume here. So how you can calculate it? By multiplying it by 22.4 liter. So just number of moles are multiplied by 22.4 liter. Okay, like in this way. And if you want to calculate number of moles from volume, you have to divide it by 22.4 liter. Like here, a number of moles from volume of gas, it will be volume of gas upon 22.4 liter. Yeah, like in this way. So these are the major 6 formulas that you have to learn. And if you can't memorize these formulas like in this way, I'll give you one more trick how to solve the numerical portion. Okay, I'll solve all that numerical portions with the help of this section. Now let's solve some problems. Here I am having how many molecules, okay, and atoms of sulfur are present in 0.1 mole of sulfur molecule. As you all know, the sulfur molecule is like S8, okay, S8, clear? So we have to calculate the number of molecules and number of atoms. Okay, that things we have to calculate here. What, how we can calculate it? Just given part is okay, 0.1 mole. Given part is 0.1 mole. So just whenever you are looking for all that numerical portion related to the moles, no, you have to write three values that I've given to you in the beginning, that are 1 mole is equals to 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles. 1 mole is equals to gram molar mass. 1 mole is equals to 22.4 liter. Like in this way, you can use that values. So here we have one number of moles, and we have to calculate the particles. So what is the relationship between the number of moles and particles? That one is the relationship here. Okay. So 1 mole is equals to 1 mole of which they have given, mole of sulfur molecules they have given. Okay. So 1 mole of sulfur molecules, they will be 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 sulfur molecules. Is it clear now? Clear? So in this way, how many molecules are there in 0.1 moles? In 1 mole, these are the value of the number of molecules. If you are having 2 moles, how many sulfur molecules will be there? What we have to do here? We have to do multiplication of 2 with 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. No? And if we are having 3 moles, we will multiply 3 with this value. And if we are having 0.1 mole, you have to multiply 0.1 with 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. So that will be the answer. So in 0.1 mole of sulfur molecules, you will get 0.1 into 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Okay, so that value will become 6.02 into 10 to the power 22 molecules of S8 that are sulfur. Clear? And one more thing, as we all know, one molecule of S8 will carry 8 atoms of sulfur. One molecule of sulfur S8, okay, sulfur molecule will carry 8 atoms of sulfur. No, that 8. Clear? So we are having 6.02 into 10 to the power 22 molecules. 6.02 into 10 to the power 22 molecules of S8 will carry 8 into 6.02 into 10 to the power 22 atoms. Here sulfur atoms. Okay, atoms of sulfur. Clear? So can you calculate it? If I am neglecting this 0.2 value, the value will become 8 6 8 6 48. So 48 into 10 is power 22. I can write it as a 4.8 into 10 is power 23. Okay, so that will be the number of atoms of sulfur. So answer are 4.8 into 10 is power 23 atoms of sulfur and 6.02 into 10 is power 22 molecules of sulfur. Okay, that is the answer. Like in this way you can solve. Now we have to do one more problem here. Same problem is like just opposite to it. Calculate the number of moles of iodine in a sample containing 1.0 into 10 to the power 22 molecules. Yeah, means we have to calculate the number of moles. Now we have to calculate the number of moles of iodine sample containing 1.0 into 10 to the power 22 molecules. Similarly, in this way, that firstly you have to write 1 mole is equals to 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 particles. 1 mole is equals to gram molar mass. Okay, 1 mole is equals to 22.4 liter. Okay, 3 values firstly you have to write. Then you are having number of molecules. Number of molecules are 1.0 into 10 is power 22. Okay, these are the number of molecules here, and we have to calculate the number of moles. Okay, so as we know, the relationship between the number of moles and number of particles is this. So once again you have to write 1 mole is equals to 6.02 into 10 raised power 23. Now I just want to add one more trick here. Whenever you want to calculate any value, you have to write that value, the relative value towards the right side. Okay, like here we are having number of particles and we have to calculate the number of moles. So those values are given, you have to write left side, and those values you have to calculate, you have to write in that right side. So we have to write 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles will form 1 mole. Okay, just for justification means that concept you can understand in the childish form. Okay, so if 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles are forming 1 mole, if what will be the number of moles in one particle? Okay, one particle will form 1 by 6 point, that value will be divided towards that side, 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 moles. Okay, now we are having how many particles? See, 1.0 into 10 raised power 22. So 1.0 into 10 raised power 22 particles will have how many moles? If one particle is carrying 1 by 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 moles, how many number of moles are there in 1.0 into 10 raised power 22? We have to multiply this value by this value. Okay, so it will become 1.0 into 10 raised power 22 into 1 by 6.0 into 10 raised power 23. Okay, so just you have to solve this value. How we can solve it? See, 1.0 upon, I'm carrying that 6, okay, and into 10 raised power 22 into 10 raised power, that power will be become negative here. So it will become 23 minus 23. Okay, so just we have to solve it. Base same, power should be added. 22 minus 23, it will become 10 raised power minus 1, 1 by 6. Okay, so just you have to solve 1 by 6 and that values into 10 raised power minus 1, then you can solve the value in terms of number of moles. Clear? If you want to calculate it properly, you have to write in the decimal forms. Okay, in the fraction form you can't give that answer. In the PBIQ you can't give that answer. Okay, so just you have to solve it properly, like in this way. 1 by 6, it will become the 10 by 6. Okay, 10 by 6 means 0.16 into 10 raised power minus 1. Okay, like in this way, 1.6 into 10 raised power minus 2 moles. Like here, you can write the answer. Yeah. So if you want to note it, you can note down, and afterwards we can move to next question. Like here, calculate the mass of one silver atom. Okay, is here you can calculate the mass of atom also. See, so calculate the mass of one atom of silver. That's it. They have given. So similarly, in that way, you have to write 1 mole is equals to 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles. 1 mole is equals to gram molar mass. 1 mole is equals to 22.4 liter. Okay, so they have given you to calculate the mass of one silver atom. Means this relationship we have to use, and one atom means particle they are also using. So here, as we all know that 1 mole is equals to 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles, and also 1 mole is also equal to gram molar mass. So in that way we can say the gram molar mass of that component should be equals to, will carry 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles. Here particles are atom. If you are carrying that atomic mass, then atoms will be there. If you are carrying the molecular mass, then we'll carry the molecules here. Okay, so I told you which thing you have to calculate. You have to write left side, and if you want to calculate the means that of mass, you have to write it right side. Okay, means that thing you have to calculate, you have to write it on the right side. Here they have given the atomic mass of silver also, that is 108, but you have to calculate the one atomic mass. Okay, means that one atom mass. So it will becomes the mass is the number of particles. So 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles will carry gram molar mass. Okay, that is 108 gram. Okay, in terms of gram you have to take. So 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles means having 108 gram. One particle will, one particle here, particle is atom. Okay, particle will 108 upon 6.02 into 10 raised power 23. Okay, so calculate this value 108 upon, I'm taking it as 6 here, and power will becomes 10 raised power minus 23. So cut it, uh, it will become 1 8. Okay, so 18 into 10 raised power minus 23. Check it once. 1, that will carry 4 and 14. Okay, okay. So I can write it as a 1.8 into 10 raised power minus 22 gram. Okay, that mass of one atom of silver will be 1.8 into 10 raised power minus 22 gram. In that way you can calculate it. Just it is a simple form how you can calculate it. Okay. Next one is calculate the mass of one molecule of naphthalene. That you can calculate. Just you try to solve yourself, and afterwards I will do it for you. So just pause this video and you have to solve it yourself, or you can take the screenshot afterwards. You can solve it. Okay. Now let's solve it now. Mass of one molecule of naphthalene. Similarly, we can solve it. So just we have to firstly calculate the molar mass. 10 carbons are there, no? It is C10H8. Okay. So 10 into 1 carbon is of 12 plus. Afterwards 8 into 1. So it will become 120 plus 8. It is 128 gram. Clear? Like in this way. So calculate the mass of one molecule of naphthalene here. How we can calculate? 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 molecules of naphthalene will carry 128 gram. Like in the previous section that we have discussed, no, in place of particles we have used that word atom. Here in place of particles we have used that molecule. So one molecule will have 128 upon 6.02 into 10 raised power 23. Okay, gram. So just you have to solve this value 128 upon, I can take that value as a 6 minus 23. 3 6 4 3 sorry 2 1.3. Okay, 21.3 into 10 raised power minus 23, that will be 2.13 into 10 raised power minus 22 gram. Okay, that is the mass of one naphthalene molecule. In that way you can solve it. Okay, because as I told you the method how to solve that type of question in the previous numerical, only the change was they have given that question related to the atoms. Here they are asking for the mass of one molecule. Okay. So now one more is there that we have to solve yourself first. Okay, that is the homework question for you all. Take the screenshot and you can solve it yourself. Clear? And We will provide you all that answers of these questions in the notes. Now calculate the number of molecules and the number of atoms present in 11.2 liters of oxygen at NTP. Okay, now they have given the question related to the number of particles and volume. Now once again we have to write 1 mole is equals to 6.02 into 10 raised power 23. 1 mole is equals to gram molar mass. 1 mole is equals to 22.4 liter. Clear? Like in this way. So 1 mole is equals to 22.4 liter, and in terms of numbers you have to calculate now. So it will become 6.02 into 10 raised power 23. Like in this way. Both relations are to be taken. Okay. So here both are equal to each other. 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles will carry 22.4 liter of volume. Now what they have given? They have given the value of volume. So the values that we got, we have to write down left side. Means volume we got, so 22.4 liter we have to write left side, and 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 on the right side. Okay. So 1 liter will carry how many particles? 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 upon 22.4. Clear? And firstly, we have to calculate the number of molecules of oxygen. Okay. So I am taking that number of molecules, and they have given the oxygen molecule motion, volume of oxygen molecule. So firstly, we will calculate the volume of oxygen. So we firstly will calculate the number of molecules of oxygen molecule from the volume. So just through that you can calculate the values we will carry. Will get the number of molecules from here. But as we know, one molecule of oxygen will have two atoms of oxygen. So that number, for example, is if we have got that x number of molecules from here, you have to do that calculation yourself. Okay? So x will be multiplied by 2. So the number of atoms will be 2x atoms of oxygen. Here, like in this way. Try to do yourself that calculation. Okay. Now calculate the number of moles of the following values. From gram or from mass, we have to calculate the number of moles. Try to do yourself first. If you can try, you can do yourself. Then let's start to solve this value. I'll do only one and give that hint to you all. Okay, try to do yourself. Firstly, 1 mole is equals to gram molar mass. Okay, that relationship should be used here. So gram molar mass of iron we have to take here. Okay, like in this way you can calculate it, and afterwards silicon will be used. Okay, and in this cases all the terms are used. So gram molar mass of iron is 55.8 gram. 55.8 gram. Okay, 55.8 gram. And what we have to do? You have to calculate the moles. So if for 55.8 gram of iron will form 1 mole, like here, no, 1 gram will form 1 by 55.8 mole. Okay, and we are carrying 7.85 gram. So 7.85 gram will be 7.85 into 1 by 55.8. That value you have to solve yourself, and afterwards gram you will get. Okay, that all solution of this numericals you will get from the notes. Here I'm just providing you the classroom environment so that you can do the calculation yourself. like in classroom you are doing calculation yourself, no? So similarly in that way I will not provide that answer all of the numericals. Okay, afterwards firstly you have to do yourself, and from the notes itself you can check it. Okay, and here in milligram, but only for milligram I just want to tell you that value of milligram here, and you have to convert it into the grams and then you can solve it. So milligram, if you want to convert it in milligram into gram, 4.68 for milli it is 10 raised power minus 3 gram. Okay, in that way you have to calculate it. Clear? Is it clear? And the atomic mass of silicon, atomic number of silicon is 14. Atomic mass of silicon is 28. Now microgram of carbon. Micro means in this way. So 65.6 they have given, no? 65 point, 0.6 microgram. So to remove the micro, just multiply it by 10 raised power minus 6 gram. Okay, so that will be the value of carbon in terms of gram, and atomic mass of carbon you all know that is 12. Okay, that solution will get from the nodes, and all that solution are the numerical, that all other two numericals, that calculation will be based upon like in this way. Okay, now calculate the number of molecules in drop of water having mass 0.5 gram. That is all. That all questions are of your NCERT. Okay, that all questions are of your NCERT here. Okay, so now we have to calculate the number of molecules in one drop. That one drop is carrying how many, how much mass? That is 0.05 gram. See, once again we have to do like in this way. 1 mole is equals to 6.02 into 10 raised power 23. 1 mole is equals to gram molar mass. 1 mole is equals to 22.4 liter. Okay, like in this way. So afterwards we have to take these two values, no, mass and number of particle relationship. So gram molar mass will carry 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles. Okay, now gram molar mass of water, as we all know, H2O, 2 plus 16, it will be 18. Okay, so 18 gram of water will carry 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 particles. Particles here means we have taken molar mass, no, molecular mass. So that will be molecules. They are asking for molecules also. So 18 gram will carry these numbers of molecules. So 1 gram will carry 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 upon 0.05 gram. Okay, 5 value here, and here if you want to calculate in for the value of 0.05 gram, just you have to multiply it by 0.05 into 6.0, not here, wait, here you have to multiply, divide it by 18. Okay, and for 0.05 gram you have to multiply it by 0.05 upon 18. Okay, like in this way. Firstly, gram molar mass will carry these number of particles. Here we have taken the molecules. So for that, gram molar mass of water is 18 gram. 18 gram will of water will carry 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 molecules, and 1 gram will carry 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 upon 18. That 18 will be divided here, and we want to calculate for 0.05 gram. So for 0.05 gram, that value will be multiplied here. Okay, means for 1 gram is this, and we have to multiply that value with 0.05 gram. So that through that we can calculate all that values. If we are getting that taking it as 6 okay, so 0.05 upon 3 into 10 raised power a 23. Okay, that should be 23 here, 23. Okay, so just we have to solve this value. Can you solve it? Huh? So like here, from here you can get the number of molecules. Now with the help of this you have to calculate all that units. That is question for you. You have to solve yourself. I will not solve all the question because all that solution will you will get from the notes, but I will solve all the numericals or all the questions of back exercise, because some of the questions are from back exercise. And in the further videos, okay, in the further section videos, in the separate videos, we'll only solve the questions. Okay, only solve the questions. I don't want to make the lecture so boring, so that you can solve yourself with the help of any calculator. Firstly, you can try yourself to do the calculation, because in any board except from some other boards, all that boards restricting the use of calculators. Okay, now calculate the number of atoms of each. Similar question is there, similar. Okay, but they are asking what they are asking here. What they are asking? They are asking the number of atoms of each type in Na2CO3. Na2CO3. We are having here sodium, carbon, and oxygen. Okay, for all of them we have to calculate the values. Okay, so firstly I am giving you the challenge to solve these questions, and all that questions we will do in the further sections. Okay, I just providing you the questions. You can note it down and try to do yourself. Firstly, you can calculate the number of molecules. Okay, so that you can calculate the number of molecules, from mass. Okay, and molar mass, and afterwards one molecule of Na2CO3 will carry 2 atoms of Na, 1 atom of carbon, 3 atoms of oxygen. Okay, so if you get the number of molecules, just you have to multiply by 2, you will get number of sodium atoms. You have to multiply it by 1, you will get number of carbon atoms, and if you multiply that number of molecules by 3, you will get the number of atoms of oxygen. Okay, at last you have to do like this. Okay, now total number of electrons present in 1.6 gram of methane, that is the important part. Firstly, from gram, okay, the gram molar mass or given mass, you can calculate the number of molecules of methane. Okay, number of molecules of methane. Try to solve yourself. Okay, firstly you have to calculate the number of molecules yourself right now. Have you calculated it? Now move on that one molecule of methane is CH4, will carry how many number of electrons? It should be equal to the number of their atoms, means or atomic numbers you can say. Okay, so the atomic number of carbon is 12, so carbon will carry 12 electrons. Hydrogen is 1, 4 hydrogen will carry 1 electrons, that will be 4. So total number of electrons in one molecule of methane will be 16. Okay, so for example, if we are calculating the number of molecules like X, so just we have to multiply it by 16, and then we will get the number of electrons. I'm giving you hint here how to solve that questions. Try yourself. At another videos we will do all that problems. Okay, in the separate lectures I will provide all the solution of these questions. Okay, not here, because these are your challenge. Okay, to do yourself. Firstly, with your mind, using your mindset techniques, and afterwards we'll do all that equation here on the board. Now, in 3 moles of ethane, calculate the number of moles of carbon. Three moles of ethane. Ethane is C2H6. Okay. So 3 moles of ethane will carry 3 moles of C2H6 molecules. Okay. They are asking for the number of moles of carbon. See, 1 mole of ethane will carry 2 moles of carbon, and then here 3 moles of ethane will carry 2 into 3 moles of carbon. Obviously means that answer will be 6 moles. That's it. Okay, like in this way. Number of moles of hydrogen they are asking. Similarly, 1 mole of ethane will carry 6 moles. You know, 6 moles of hydrogen. Now 3 moles of ethane will carry how many moles of hydrogen here? 6 into 3, that will be 18. Okay. Number of molecules of ethane. See, 1 mole of ethane will carry 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 molecules. Clear? And 3 moles of ethane will carry 3 into 6.02 into 10 raised power 23 molecules. So it will becomes 18.06 into 10 raised power 23, or 1.806 into 10 raised power 23 molecules of ethane. Okay, that are the answer here. Clear? I have to solve it in fastly. Firstly, try to do yourself. I just want to tell you, try to do yourself firstly. Okay. So that is the end of our lecture here. I think that lecture is being just little bit far from the time limit, and I apologize for that also. But in the further sections, I will add number of little number of problems, and I will provide all that problems to you to solve yourself. If you are solving that problems yourself, means you will get some motivation, and that concept, that means the concept of these techniques that you have understood very well. Okay. So at last, I just want to say, keep studying, keep motivated. Thank you so much.